Looks like I'm live. Hi, everyone. I am Veronica, and welcome to video number 500. We are celebrating it today live, and I'm going to be giving away some free stuff. We'll talk about that in a moment. While I wait for people to arrive, we'll be taking questions. If you would like to learn about me, go to VeronicaIsles.com. I'm a conscious manifesting coach based in the great city of Chicago. And I can help make your life better. I specialize in relationships, but I also focus on manifesting pretty much anything. And I do suggest to multitask in terms of your manifesting. That way you don't ever become fixated or obsessed on one particular thing. Hello to everyone that has joined. Okay. I also have one-on-one coaching available. VeronicaIsles.com is the place to go if you are trying to manifest a specific person, which is the topic of our video today, to attract someone who rejected you. I do have a specific person workshop manifesting package, which allows you daily contact with me Monday through Friday in the form of emails. We'll also do text chats, either on WhatsApp or through the phone. You'll also get 2 personalized MP3 meditations with your specific person's name. You can find out all about that at VeronicaIsles.com. I have a self-study course, and it's important to mention that today because I'm giving away a free copy of my self-study course. You can find that at VeronicaIsles.teachable.com. And if you would like to win the free copy, all you have to do is send me an email at VeronicaIsles@gmail.com. Tell me why you deserve to win. Why you would like this course. It is a course on attracting communication, constant communication, and being made a priority by your specific person. Now, the cool thing is that once you master this constant communication with your specific person, it'll also help get communication from other people too in your life. Platonic relationships, maybe customer service. You're having a hard time with a company that is frustrating you right now. Maybe, someone else is frustrating you and you want the particular result. This will help you get it. So I am giving away a free copy. You can also purchase copies at VeronicaIsles.teachable.com. I do want to say you get lifetime access, always. So you'll always be able to access it. Go at your own pace. I'm also giving away coupons. Last session, I made the coupon codes available in the description. However, this time I'm going to be more selective as to who gets these coupons. That way, if you're not watching this live, you can still take part. Last time, the people who were watching it live had the advantage. So I'm trying to give the advantage to anyone, depending on whatever time zone you may be in. So if you would like to win a coupon discount, I'm offering 1 at $100 off and 3 at $50 off. And there's one more thing that I'm going to be giving away free. But first, if you do want one of those coupons, discount codes, email me, tell me why you deserve to win, and you may in fact receive the discount code, which you'll be able to use. I'm also giving away a free copy of my ebook, Creating with the Higher Self. I actually have 5 ebooks available on Amazon. They're also available on my website. This is my least known book, and I think one of the most valuable ones. So I'm going to give away a free copy of this as well. If you would like to win, just send me an email, VeronicaIsles@gmail.com. Tell me why you deserve to win. Now, I will be giving these things away within the next 3 days, not immediately. So if you don't hear from me in the next hour, don't think you didn't win. I just want enough people to be able to watch this video and enough people to be able to enter. So I want to give everyone a fair chance to win. So I'll probably be giving these things away within the next few days. Okay. So hello, everyone. Hi, Robert Livingston. Yes, we did do a phone session, and I'm wishing you all the best. Beautiful life. Hi. Okay, so let's just start taking some questions. It is a beautiful day here in sunny Chicago. We've been through a heat wave. Today is a little bit more pleasant. Hi from Flint, Michigan. I actually know Flint. I've been there. I actually had a specific person who was from Flint, Michigan, and we spent a lot of time visiting his family there. It is an interesting place. All those old, beautiful homes that are abandoned. It's kind of nuts. But wishing you all the best. Money visualization, please, Veronica. Yes, of course. In fact, I'm developing a course on manifesting money. I know a lot of my videos don't deal with money, but I'm sure plenty of you need it. So do look forward to more money videos. I do have a few, though. They're less watched, but there are some that are available. Interestingly enough, obviously this is video number 500. That means I have 500 videos. They're not all on specific person. Those just happen to be the videos that get the most watched, but there are videos on a number of different topics. There is even a video of me doing a hot pepper eating contest. That video does not get enough plays. So if you're looking for a good laugh, take a look at it. It's got my cousin in it. He's actually also a famous YouTuber, Living Bobby. So he is in that. So do take a look at that. It is a fun video. Congrats on 500, and there's a taco. Hi, Neville Goddess. I love the taco. Okay, success visualization helps a lot. I do love visualizations, guided visualizations. Do we like the ones where I'm just talking and there's just picture and music? I can do more of those. I think the first person who suggested that I do that was actually Alina. She had a nice suggestion, so I dedicated the first one to her. But yeah, I'm happy to make more of those. I love your suggestions. I do want to mention I am reviving. Try that again. I'm trying to launch my forum again. My forum is actually where I got started in 2015, before I even had the YouTube channel. And it has actually lost interest over the years. I actually wasn't able to log into it for a while. I was actually banned from my own forum, shockingly enough. I recently solved that issue with the company, which is BoardHost, and I'm able to log in now. So if you would like to ask me questions for free, Veronica Isles, I think it's, no, sorry, VeronicaLOA.boardhost.com. That is, in fact, the name of the forum. And log in there. It used to be very popular when I could log in. And then it sort of lost popularity when I wasn't able to log in. And I am sorry about that. I have no idea why my IP address was banned. I told them it's kind of ironic that I was banned from my own forum, but they resolved it. It's all good, and now I can log in. Would love to see regular podcasts of yours. Actually, there are some. I replay them on my YouTube channel, but they actually happened first on Anchor. And there are some on there that haven't been played yet on my channel, and look forward to many more. Okay, well, let's take the first question. How does she act with you? Is she really cold? I think that was responding to someone else's question. So let's take a question that's aimed at me. Can you link the forum? Sure. Let me go ahead and do that. VeronicaLOA.boardhost.com. So I'm active. I'm logged in now. I can get in there, but no one's been asking questions. So ask me a question. I'll try to answer as many of them as possible for free. You're not late, Charlene. We just started. It's okay. In fact, I haven't even answered a question yet. How to manifest commitment. This is a good one. I know a lot of you want to be in that committed relationship. Maybe you're in a friends with benefits situation right now. But commitment is obviously what we want. We want that person to devote their life to us, choose to want to be with only us, propose marriage eventually, move in together, all of that good stuff. And I was someone who wasn't able to manifest that for the longest time. And I finally cracked the code, so to speak. And it's really, you have to become it first. I mean, it's kind of the same advice for manifesting pretty much anything, but you have to live it, feel it, breathe it, become it, decide this is who you are. Decide you are the person who is in the committed relationship, that anyone would love to be with you, including this specific person. Now, I always say to make it primarily about yourself, well, because everything starts from within. But when you push it on the person and you're like, I got to change their mind, I got to make them want to be with me, I got to make them want to commit, then all of your energy is like on them and it's very unbalanced. You have them on a pedestal of sorts because you're focusing on them changing when in reality you want to be the one who changes and who surrenders to the idea of being in that committed relationship. So whether or not it's a friends with benefits situation, maybe it's someone you've never even dated, you obviously want that commitment. You want to be made special. You want to be made important. And I think see yourself as the married person already. I mean, you could project that far in advance, or you could just even imagine waking up next to this person, living together, whatever you prefer. But like Neville Goddard, I think he talks about imagining the wedding ring on your finger, sort of playing around with that. But I mean, it's something you want to feel for yourself because this is who you want to be. So it's not that you're basing your faith on how the other person is acting, because right now they may be not wanting to commit to you, not wanting to, give you the time of day. They may be rejecting you right now, flat out. That could be happening. And like I said, I used to be in this situation. I never thought that someone would actually want to live with me, be with me, marry me. Like I always thought that happened to just other people. It just didn't happen to me, that I was defective, that I was exempt, that I was forever going to be by myself, all alone. But it wasn't true at all. It was just something that I had been reinforcing, this idea that there was something wrong with me, that I didn't deserve that. And your ideas of lack could come from anything. My ideas of lack don't have to be the same as what you are going through. But I know in my situation, I just felt like I was not good enough for that. That someone couldn't love me in that way, that someone wouldn't love me in that way. And life kept showing me that. The important trick is to commit to this new way of being even before the other person changes, even before the results change. Um, you do not want to base your faith on the outer. You want to base it from within. And there's going to be a time delay, and you just have to keep sticking that out. And I did. I just surrendered to that. Like I didn't need it. That was just who I was going to be inside. Didn't need it. Inside me, me, the committed one, the one who's loved, the one who's adored, the one who's worshiped even. I don't mean worshiped in a conceited way, but worshiped in a loving way. Okay. Hello, love from India. Let's answer this question. I want to go to India. I have manifested a little. Okay. Well, you're on the right track. My specific person has unblocked me. Okay, good. But now I am attracted to someone else. Okay. Is it letting go? Looks like I am on the right track. Honestly, it's okay. Like if you decide to manifest someone and then you decide to manifest someone else, you're allowed to do that. You're allowed to change your mind. I always say to go with whatever excites you. Like if your original intention was to manifest this specific person, and someone else comes along the way, that's okay. When it rains, it pours. And I think that you should have the option. Like you should ask yourself, which one of these people is the winner of me, as if you're the prize and they have to give you their best selves and you get to pick who you end up with, putting yourself in a place of power. But the fact that you're unblocked, like you're on the right track, you always want to be grateful for any little change, any little thing, any little point in the right direction. Um, so you want to just go with it and it's going to multiply. Like it may feel like something small and it may feel like not enough. And of course, it's not enough to just be unblocked, but it's a start. And you're headed in the right direction and everything takes time and you want it to be real. You want it to work. So you don't necessarily want it to happen overnight. I mean, if you think about it, like in terms of losing weight, it's better to lose like 2 pounds a week than to lose 10 pounds in the first week. You're more likely to regain those 10 pounds. If you're just steadily losing 2 pounds, then you're probably going to keep off that weight. Okay, we have a super chat question. I manifested specific person. She's not romantic. Okay, so again, that's the way you identify yourself as. I struggled with having someone be in love with me. Like I could imagine that they would be attracted to me, but they never like could be romantically, passionately in love with me. So that kind of fits your situation in terms of, being stuck in kind of like a friend zone. They're there, but they're not romantic with you. So again, it's your idea of you. Do you see yourself as the romantic, dashing partner, as the hero, as the winner, as the one who gets to live happily ever after with your, prince or princess? Or do you see yourself as the one who is forever being rejected? That is in the title of this video because I know, we hate rejection. We hate rejection in all forms. We don't want to be rejected romantically. We don't want to be rejected by our friends. We don't want to be rejected in our money situation. We don't want rejection. We want to be accepted, welcomed in, loved. Now, the fact that you manifested partially, again, you're on the right track. I would give thanks for the friendship. A lot of times when people are stuck in a friend zone, they reject it and they hate it and they hate, that the fact that this person is connecting with you, but not all the way. Don't reject it. Don't hate it. I mean, it's a good thing. You want to have common interests. You want to have the friendship. The friendship is what is gonna make this romantic relationship last forever. So you want you want that basis. So don't reject it. Be glad that you're friends. Be glad that the romance is coming. Now, whenever you're trying to convince the person to change, be really careful of what you are thinking about in your mind when you're imagining them. Whenever there's a struggle or a rejection, we tend to stand up to this person in our mind, like yell at them, try to prove our case. I know I used to do this over and over and over and over and over and over again. Like I would stand up to this person in my mind and say, you should love me because I am this, because I have done this for you, because I accept your flaws because of this. And I would be like arguing with them, battling in my mind. And it's interesting when we battle with someone in our mind, like they never really talk back. They don't. They just are kind of there and you're just kind of yelling at them. You don't want to do any of this. So have a lot of awareness of first omitting this. And then once you feel stronger, once you've sort of cleared out that yucky, frenzied clutter, you could imagine them accepting you. And in this scenario, you're just kind of the one standing there and you're just listening to them. And you're listening to them pouring their heart out to you. Like you could imagine this person saying, I don't know why I never saw you as a romantic partner before, but I was blind. What was I thinking? I want to be with you forever now. I want to love you. I want to marry you. I want to, have romantic dates with you. I want to hold your hand in public. I'm not sure actually if we're allowed to do that right now. Are we allowed to touch our romantic person in public right now? I don't actually know. I know we're social distancing, but I didn't know if romantic person counted. In any case, the social distancing will end and we will be able to touch one another again freely in the open. So imagine this person, but like I said, only when you feel strong enough. If you're still feeling compelled to argue with them in your mind, take a complete timeout, pause, neutral energy. Like I said in the previous video, like neutral energy is not given enough credit as it needs. It is so powerful, so potent because it's the absence of those contrary thoughts. And a little goes a long way. Like positive thoughts will manifest like boom. You do not have to keep reinforcing those. You just kind of need to omit the contrary thoughts. So if you can just kind of turn blank, like you're flipping off a light switch, like boom, peace. I feel peace. I just kind of feel neutral. It's amazing how something can break through. Now I've got another super chat question. Actually, I have two. Geez, I'm being super chatted a lot today. Okay, I'm going to make a snapshot and I'm going to try not to make a funny face when I make the snapshot because I tend to do that. So now I'm going to smile when I make it. I think I did good this time. Okay. I don't want to miss the super chat questions, and I don't want you to think I'm only answering super chat questions because I'm not. They just happen to be coming in abundance today. I don't know why. So I will also answer questions just randomly. We'll play roulette and I'll just flip to something. Okay, let me just move this and we'll answer the question. Adjust the sound level. Okay, I'll answer the yellow one first. I don't know if the colors come up on your screen, but I get colors. Panda Bear. I feel like I've seen Panda Bear comment on my videos before. I like your name. How do you manifest a man who's ghosted you? After a major life event, loss of our baby. That's terrible. I'm sorry. If I could hug you, I would. That's awful. When he was ready to give a happy family and marriage when I was pregnant. Oh, okay. So I would focus on things suddenly going right for you because it sounds like you've had a string of just, the avalanche of just these awful experiences. So I would focus. Well, first of all, we need to forgive. We need to forgive this person. I know it's hard to forgive someone who ghosted you after such a horrible loss. But I think that we need to move on from the idea of loss and we need to move forward towards the idea of healing, towards the idea of things being made better, because this person can absolutely make these things up to you. Like a lot of this kind of feels unforgivable, but I mean, this person can make this up to you and should. Like, that's pretty awful. Um, I would put yourself in the place of a twist of fate, kind of like in a movie, when things like suddenly change, like there's this huge twist you didn't see coming, and suddenly everything starts to come together. And, there's been movies where awful, awful things have happened to people. And they find healing. They find the person can make amends to them. The person can make things better. So we want to rewrite this man as making things better for you. But most of all, we want to focus on you suddenly having luck, suddenly having good things happen to you. And also be very patient with yourself. Loss of a baby, that's a huge thing to grieve. Like, you deserve to comfort yourself. You deserve to seek out therapy if you need to. Like, do things for yourself to try to take care of that hurt. I wouldn't necessarily focus a lot on manifesting this person as much as just taking care of yourself. I feel like in taking care of yourself, this person will naturally come into your life. And make things up to you. But I think you need to take care of you right now because that's a lot to deal with. That's a lot of burden to take on. That's a lot of unfairness. That's a lot of feeling sad about the world. And like I said, if I could give you a hug right now, I would. But I know, I mean, I went through a lot of tragedy. I mean, like, just repeated tragedy. I had a stream of 3 years in a row where my uncle died unexpectedly. My mother died the next year, and the next year my grandfather died. And it was just like this, huge whirlwind of trauma. And then the next year there were 3 hurricanes that like hit head on. It was just like it wouldn't stop. And then after that came an abusive relationship. It was like, geez, I couldn't win. But things did get better, as you can see. I'm living proof of that now. That is all way in the past, and I've transcended. I didn't deserve any of that to happen, obviously. We don't deserve these horrible, traumatic things. But I think that the important thing to keep in mind is that you deserve better, you deserve more, you deserve to be the person in the story who suddenly has things turn around. I mean, you definitely deserve it. I wouldn't focus much on him if he comes to mind. Try to forgive him for what he did, at least so that you can release that burden from you. I mean, you have so many other things to focus on. That I would mostly just take care of yourself. Let him just kind of fall into place because he should do the right thing. And imagine that he's strong enough to do the right thing. And try to understand that maybe he was just hurting too, that he didn't mean to hurt you on top of it. Okay. So that one was very, very serious. I would love to give you a hug, Panda Bear. Let's answer the next one. Oh, someone gave me a hug. Thank you. I appreciate it. Can you further explain for anyone with worries why it's not wrong or unethical to manifest a specific person? For those who say they should come on their own. Okay. It's not unethical because we're manifesting everything already. So we're already doing it. So there's nothing unethical about consciously and deliberately changing your result when you're already doing it. And I think that that's the part that people get confused because they think they're not already creating. They think that if they choose to use the law of attraction, then creating everything else is just kind of a toss up or a mashup of events that happen randomly. And I used to actually also think this too, and that's what turned me off initially about the law of attraction, why it took me so long to learn about it. It's because I had a very naive outlook on it. I thought that it was something that you chose to use at times to bring about a particular result. I didn't know I was bringing about every single result in my life. I didn't realize that it went on such a scope and that everything was included, every single relationship, every single thing I was going through, that there was a root cause. And this is like a huge thing to realize. Sometimes it can be overwhelming and it can make you hate on yourself, especially for bad things that have happened. But I think that in learning about this and learning about the awareness of this, we should keep it as simple as possible, not to get super overwhelmed. So we don't want it to work against us. We don't want to start micromanaging our thoughts to the degree that we're so scared to have a negative thought, or else, we cause some horrible thing to happen. Like, that doesn't help. You want to take on a strong awareness that we can have a better outcome happen, especially in a relationship, especially in a rejection, especially in manifesting a specific person. So of course, you can manifest a specific person. It does not go against their free will. It is not causing them to do something that they would not otherwise do had you not deliberately focused on this result. You're deliberately focusing on results all the time concerning with this person. Every single time you have a judgment or an assessment or you decide something to be true, you are setting out an intention. And a lot of times we decide things to be true from what we're already receiving. So we continue to create more of what we're already receiving. We don't realize that we can decide something to be true that is the complete opposite of what we're currently receiving. And that is the beautiful thing. You do not need to base the future on what you received in the past. In fact, anything you received in the past that sucked, we're not, giving that a sequel. We're not, doing part two to that. We're actually pretending that that episode never happened. It is getting shelved. It is getting deleted. It's getting like burned. Like, imagine like old episodes of, television shows that have never been seen before again. Like, it's gotten shelved. We never want to see it again. We never want to hire writers to base things on this. I mean, imagine your mind is full of writers. It's like writing for a TV show. Like, if you've ever watched a series that you really like I really like Game of Thrones, and different series, or rather different seasons. Wow, there's a lot of super chat questions. I'm copying each one. I've never gotten this many super chat questions before. It's kind of strange. It's interesting though. Thank you. Where was I? Game of Thrones. Okay, the perfect example, because the last season of Game of Thrones was awful. I mean, I'm so glad that Jon Snow had sort of a happy ending because I love Jon Snow, as you know. Named my cat after him, so he is my favorite. But there was a lot of like really inconsistent writing. The best season of Game of Thrones was not the last one at all, and different writers. Apparently, at first they were basing it off the book, and then they decided to go off on their own because there was no more book material. And wow, it shows. Because it is a lot different. I still love it because it's one of my favorite shows, but it just really wasn't that good. So think about your life. Like, do you want your life to be the last season of Game of Thrones? No, you do not. Like, that is awful. It's truly, truly, truly awful. I mean, seriously, what happened to Daenerys is awful. Just awful. So you do not want to do that. You want to, write from the best parts of your life. So imagine like the best experiences of your life were like the best seasons. We're going to hire those writers. So we're going to get back into the mindset of how you felt at that time. So you felt, for example, with a specific person. Usually at the beginning, we don't have as many contrary thoughts because they're not as important to us yet. We're more confident. We're more in tune with our own selves. And that's how we initially attracted that person, because we were in the vibe of being important, of welcoming in someone new. Then they come in, and then you're like, wow, this person is amazing. And then you pour all of your energy into them. And then it causes the opposite effect. And like, then it goes away because you've lost yourself. You've lost who you are. You've suddenly started adapting and conforming to this person in hopes that they'll never leave you. And then they do leave you. You need to regain you, be sassy, be smart, be bold, be dashing, be amazing. Then that person will come back. And no, we're not going against their free will. If you look into the series of events and how things came to be, you can understand why the initial rejection or the breakup happened. And it is not immoral to attract this person back. You are attracting everything in your life. So choose to have like the best season. What is the best season of Game of Thrones? I don't remember. Another series I really love is Boardwalk Empire, and I want to say that the first 2 seasons are the best. It still is okay past that point, but it's not like the first 2 seasons. That show is amazing. I love that show. I love it. It is one of my favorites, and I'm gonna start naming cats after. Those are gonna be my new cats. They're gonna be named after Boardwalk Empire. Okay, when I adopt more. I'm also gonna name, um what are my other names? Elisande, that is a girl name. That's from World of Warcraft. And also, yeah, so that's gonna be my girl name is Elisande. And I'm gonna do a Jimmy Darmody and Nucky. I think those would be really cute cats. Okay, enough about what I'm gonna name my cats. Oh, some people are enjoying it. Oh wait, I got like a ton of super chat questions I forgot to mark. I am sorry. And wow, we're already at 30 minutes. This is crazy. But we're in the 500th video, so we can go a little further before I conk out, before I start babbling. Maybe I already have been babbling. I don't know. Okay, which question haven't I answered yet? And I promised to answer free questions too. So you know what I'm going to do? Because I've got like too many questions. Wow. I am going to play roulette and Snapchat or Snapshot, not Snapchat. So, wow, there's another one. Okay, I'm going to snapshot some free questions too. And then I think a lot of these are going to have to go to the next show, unfortunately. But I promise to do a new show soon. Let's see. Oh, there's an interesting one. How can I make my girlfriend contribute during sex? You don't get asked that one every day. I'm going to mark that one down. How to manifest my childhood friend. I'm going to mark that one down as well. Okay, let me take another one. Oh gosh. Okay, here's another random one from Pomplamoose. Okay. Wow, there's a lot of questions. Okay, so I marked them all down. So whichever ones I don't get to, because I have a feeling I've got like a 5-minute deadline left on me. Somebody's got crying emojis. I'm gonna mark that one down too. I don't want anyone to be sad. I hope that this can at least make you feel better and get you in a better mood. Like if you were in a really bad mood, you were feeling bad, like just awful, and you just didn't know what to do. I hope that this hanging out with me live could help raise your mood. I do want to say Rocky and Jon Snow are among us. They're just not on camera, unfortunately, because, they like to be cats. Okay, here we go. Here's a question. Oh, I thought I had one. Bear with me. Oh, here we go. Oh, this one's a super chat one. One more thing before I continue answering questions. If you would like to win that free copy of my course, VeronicaIsles.teachable.com. You do have to be registered first because that's how I give you access. It's free to register. I am also giving away coupons, one for $100 off, $100 off. I can't talk. 3 for $50 off. And if you want to win that, you have to email me, VeronicaIsles@gmail.com. I'm not just making them free for all. I want to make them special. And also give an opportunity for people who are watching this live. Some of you are sleeping. I know some of you in Australia are sound asleep. You always say to manifest your specific person, we must let go. Well, to manifest anything, you have to let go. How do we do that? And how do we attract them back? My SP is my ex-husband. Okay. We don't talk anymore. It's been 2.5 years. Is it possible? Yes, of course it's possible. Of course. Of course. I think that is the first thing we need to get rid of, this idea that you need me to confirm whether or not something is possible. That's gotta go. It's all possible. I mean, unless you say you want to manifest being able to fly to another planet. Honestly, if someone asked me that, I would say, I'm sure somebody could manifest it. I just personally don't know how, but maybe. I don't know. I'm not going to say it's impossible because who knows? It's just not something I want to spend time doing. It's not something I've personally done, but anything is possible. So 2.5 years, who cares? I'm sure there have been stories of people who were married that got remarried that were split up for longer than that. Um, Look to like Google success stories. It doesn't even have to be law of attraction related, just marriages that dissolved and then the people decided to come together and live happily ever after. I mean, I'm sure that's happened a lot. You're not the only person who has ever wanted that, who has ever decided to get back someone that they lost. Now, letting go is something that people just get so confused. And I think it's because the wording sounds so weird. I mean, it sounds almost like you have to stop wanting something, like you have to like get rid of it. You can't think about it. It's got to be let go, or otherwise you can't have it. I know my hands looked really big. It's a wide lens. I use a wide lens. That's why sometimes things look distorted. I don't really have that big of hands, but my hands are a good size. It's always helped me in piano. Okay. Okay, so you don't talk anymore. Okay, so let's start imagining what it is like to talk to this person. I mean, if you were married before, you talked a lot. You have a lot of memories to draw from. So let's start drawing from the memories where you knew this person wanted to spend the rest of their life to you. If you got married, they must have proposed marriage. You can draw from that memory, what it felt like to have this person say vows to you. You have a lot of really potent memories to draw from. So we're going to extract those memories. We're going to let the rest of the stuff go. And what that means, letting go. So you set your intention, you focus on the good stuff. And this goes for anything, not just specific person. It goes for any experience in the world. You decide to focus on it. You can focus on memories that generated similar emotion from the past. You generate this emotion because it's all on deciding on something and then generating the emotion or the fuel. Like we're going to generate it. We're going to let it flow from us. We're going to let it feed the thing we want. Like it's building momentum. Like you just keep feeding the flames. Letting go means your emotion, your feeling of faith is not attached to this result. Your feeling of faith and who you decide to be the married person, it is built on what you decide for you. So this is me, this is who I am, this is what I want. You want to walk that, live that, be that all the time without needing the result, without even needing to physically talk to him. You want to feel like it's inevitable because that's who you are. That's what you're building the foundation for. That's who you've decided to become. And you also want to decide to become the person who is lavished with love, attention, who is given romantic gestures, who is just being, even being put on a pedestal in a positive way. Like you are being given the world by this person. So when they come to mind, you want to feel excited. You don't want to feel let down or distraught or feeling that lack. You don't want your faith to come from the outer results. You don't want to say, well, I need a sign to make sure that this is possible, or I'm not going to believe. That's being very attached. That's not letting go. So letting go is feeling free, and it's allowing it to happen in whatever way it's going to happen. Because I guarantee you it's going to happen in a way that you never guessed. Never guessed. Never could come up with. So don't logically try to put it together. Just know that it's possible. Know that you deserve another chance at this. Decide that there are things that you still have left to do with him. Imagine that he is preparing the way for these things too. Letting go is about releasing your need to control. So you do not physically try to orchestrate anything. You don't logically try to put the pieces together. You remain unattached to how, when, why. That means you don't judge anything as bad. Every single circumstance, even if it seems like crappy, You're just like, well, somehow this is helping me. Because when you get to that point where you're marrying him again, it'll all make sense. And you'll realize why some of the seemingly bad things were actually helping you. That's why I say everything has a silver lining. First of all, it's possible. You do not need me to confirm that it is possible for you. So, any of you out there that are wondering if your situation is possible, yes, of course it's possible. It's up to you to see it through. It's up to you to let go of your need to control anything or understand first how it's going to happen. I mean, think of letting go as in you do not need to understand how something is going to happen first in order to have faith and belief that it can happen. You're just going to have the faith and belief that it can happen, and you're just going to go with it. That's what letting go is. It's about allowing every single moment to feel like a step closer. You all already feel one with this experience. Okay, so I marked down all of the other questions, and I'm just going to have to come back on live again soon because this was just not enough time. So anyone else who super chatted me, you'll be answered in the next live show. I also took a few of those free ones, like how to make the girlfriend give more during sex. That one sounded interesting. Oh, there's another one from Crispy Bacon. I feel like I've answered Crispy Bacon's questions before. So there you go. That one's in the roster as well. Rocky, Jon Snow, and Padme all say hello. If you would like that free copy of my course, send me an email, VeronicaIsles@gmail.com. If you want to buy the course, I'm giving away some coupons, some discount codes. Veronica Isles, what is it? VeronicaIsles.teachable.com. My forum, VeronicaLOA.boardhost.com. I can now log in. It's pretty amazing. I couldn't log in for a really long time. So if you see posts on there, people wondering where I really wasn't ignoring them. I promise. I couldn't log in. I really couldn't. And Boardhost was ignoring me. But then they didn't ignore me anymore because I finally broke through. I did it. Well, I don't know. I think that's it. Okay. Have a good day.